All right, everybody, settle down. We're here. We've got, what news do we have? Oh, we had news at 8:30. Wow, a 40-point news candle. I think the only thing we have to look out for is 9:45. Chicago PMI. I'll most likely forget, so we'll throw a news marker on here. All right, let's see what we got going on. Where was yesterday? Oh, right there. So yesterday that's PM. Where the frick? Yesterday we went like straight down then up, right? Yeah. Chopping around a little and then just sold off. That's where we're at. We blew right through this area. Now we're just caught up on the lower side of all this. No idea what it's going to do today. Something I was looking at yesterday, though, and we were pointing out what was it? Back in here, I think. Yeah, so I think like up until this point, so 1040, we were stuck in this range, like a 20, 25 point area. Wasn't going higher, wasn't going lower. But there was like tons of selling. And I remember pointing that out, like saying like, this is all the selling. All the selling is coming through, but it's not going anywhere. And I did try a long off of that. Because there was like this little bit of selling right here. And that translated to higher highs with price. However, the fact that we barely made higher highs we weren't going anywhere and all the selling just kept pouring through, we probably could have just shorted with a stop at the highs in case we were wrong. Because what I had mentioned was all the selling should catch up to it eventually, and then it did. And we had a pretty good like 60-point run off of, or a 50-point run off of that quickly with a little bit of pullback and then on to like 70, 80 points. So, and then eventually down for the rest of the day. I need to keep that in mind. I should write that down. What's up, McLevin? October 14th. I also wanted to put on volume with the profile. I think it was a step profile. Volume in 1 day. There we go. Oh, point of control. Yeah, let's see where that week is. 1 week. Let me see where that week is first. October 14th, new week. This that looks pretty clean. Freaking displaced right down through that, came back up, tapped it. Damn. Yeah, I haven't been going too in depth with all of that. I've really just been looking at the 4 hour and looking for the areas of consolidation, because usually the market goes back and forth between those areas. So we have like all this, and we just went higher, had all that, and then went down, had all this, and we reached back up into that several times. Like this guy, we came back up into it a few times. with the market doing that, having these big 4 hours and then consolidation, I mean, it almost seems like we might consolidate here for the next several 4-hour candles. Doesn't mean we can't take trades in there though. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, there's a lot of trading going on in those consolidations, so right, that's creating the volume, right? Like before all this was printed, there wasn't anything down here. So we had some volume come down and then it got stuck down here and volume just kept building and building and building. Then we go back up through all this nothingness. Oh, I don't want that on the 4 hour. I'm thinking lower prices though today. Delta's way down at like minus 15,000. About to open up here in a minute and we will find out. Yes, it's already heading down. Yeah, it could. I have been watching pre-market Delta though, because I have had some decent trades off of comparing opening with the pre-market. That's right, Jared. Time to get rich. Or sometimes it has felt like I was killing myself with the stress and anxiety with trading. So 50 was right. McLovin, I should have shorted that. This delta's already back at this low. I think my head's covering it up. Look at blowing past that low down there. Oh my god, McLovin. Everything looks so heavy. Such a quick 70 points. Jesus. have to, it's so hard to not, like, I don't know if I would have taken that trade or not, but I do question myself on a stream more than if I'm trading by myself. I do second guess my actions. Last Friday, I woke up like at 5 minutes after the open, and I tried to not trade on my phone because I usually make bad decisions on my phone. But I opened up TradingView on my phone and saw we were just like pumping. So I just entered with like 2 micros and then added 2 more entries just up a little higher. No real levels or anything like that, but I was long biased going into that day. So my analysis on Thursday night was we were going to be long, and I was wanting to enter on Thursday night. And then Friday morning, I saw that we were going higher at open. So I just entered, and then I'd close the charts and I checked them like an hour later, and I was up quite a bit. I don't think I would have done that if people were watching me. Yeah, for sure. That's another thing, is the opens are so sketchy. But damn, 100 points now. It's all right. There will be more moves that we will catch. Just took out this 4-hour low right here. So did... Oh, ES still got a different low. I mean, when Delta's this heavy and this far into the negative, I think I need to stay away from longs and just look for an opportunity to get short. It's going to be tough shorting so far away from where I made the decision that we should short. Yeah, I remember just like taking every fair value gap I saw. I'm like, why is this not working? Yep, for sure. This starts to look dumpy again. We're going in short. Yes, we are, Leo. I missed a 100-point move because of McLovin. I was wondering if anyone was going to comment on that as I was saying it. I was like, this sounds weird. Okay, I like us coming back up into all this right here. We had this huge buying right here, and it didn't really move that much, and this little tiny bit of selling traversed that whole move. Yeah. Jesus. Hopefully you weren't down 7K. You weren't down 7K yesterday. You're down like, was it yesterday? It was like 5 something. I'm going to get in one entry. You really kept going from -5 to 7? Jesus. Well, it does offset a little bit, so you are on your way up. Again, like this whole entire move just got retraced from a little bit of selling, so yep, for sure. It's really tough accepting losses. Especially if you go into the day not wanting to take a loss. That's my issue. Some days I can handle a loss perfectly fine. I'll accept it. I'll just stop my day early, realizing it's not for me. But there's some days I go into the day and I'm not willing to accept the loss. And it's so important to try to catch that as soon as you can and just stop trading. Because if you can't accept it, you should not be trading. It just takes time to start recognizing those feelings before you realize it's too late. Yeah, I've done the same thing, McLovin. There was that one day we were like, I don't know, $40 from passing an account, and I ended up blowing the whole eval. I think I did that on the stream. We have some Chicago PMI at 9:45, by the way. Okay, we're in my max 3 positions, so yeah, I have a lot. God, it's so frustrating passing evals, taking your time, and then blowing the funded on day one because you're not wanting to take a loss on that first day, and if you can't accept it, It's still moving more down with a little bit of extra selling, so I would like at least like the lows. That'd be 28 points. Could have had 100 points if McLovin didn't talk me out of it this morning. Come on. Jesus. If I put those there, we are going to reject it. Here we go. Oh, we're getting some huge latency here. I'm going to put this right. Yeah, let's hold on to it, I guess. We'll take that. We'll take that. It's pretty good. I don't know what our average was. 78. So we took out 2/3 of our position for 28 points, which I've been only profiting like 20 points with the whole position. So we took 2/3 at 28 and then that last one for 46. Happy with that. Yeah, that PMI news at 9:45. Yeah, it was at 9:45. You were long, Alito, huh? Could we have held on to this? We got a huge wick on the 4 hour. Maybe it's another 150 points. See, like for that trade, I didn't have like a legit setup form. my thought process was that we have all this buying coming through, and the price is not wanting to go higher based on all that. And anytime a little bit of selling comes in, price was reacting way more to the selling than to the buying. So I thought it was worth it to get in. I didn't have a stop, but I would have started de-risking if we started going up towards the highs. And then just aim for a reasonable amount. I wasn't looking for 300 points. Obviously, we could have had a lot more, but just take the quick move and then get out. But it helped watching price react and see how quickly price would come down with a little bit of selling. And that's what I was talking about the other day with watching how price is moving in based on with Delta. Plus, I was only looking for shorts today because of how deep into the red we are in Delta. We're at minus 21,000 now. Oh, McLovin, you owe me. I wanted to short the open so bad. I definitely would have not kept holding. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's not your. It's just funny to put the blame on you. We could have easily ripped. Market does whatever it wants. I feel like Matt would just look at the delta and like for instance back here, I feel like he would have wanted to long. So like, oh, look at all this buying that came in, and we're not really moving. He gives delta way more weight versus looking at how price is reacting with it. But because that one time a long time ago, but way before I was streaming, and this was before I knew what I was doing, I remember him, like delta was just slowly going down the whole time. Or no, yeah, it was slowly going down the whole time, and he just kept shorting, and the market just kept ripping constantly, and he just kept adding to it, but it never synced back up. I'm trying to watch how price reacts with delta, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense, but whatever. And nothing is 100% in this. So on those days you realize either you're not reading the market right or your setups aren't working, you have to stop. I appreciate that. Yeah, we started back on Monday. We're on day 4. See if we can get a whole week going. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm sure tons of people jumped right into 22 range. I like the tick chart. I feel like it's more, it goes better with delta. Oh, Lido. I should have left my news thing up there, but I took it off like as we were getting closer because it was covering up the price when we were in that trade. But yeah, I had that on at 9:45 as a reminder. I did want to look at. I've never watched the 2000 tick chart, and we just had a pretty good trade, so we'll take a second. Let's just watch it and see. Because the 2000 might be good for Nasdaq. I tried to put my higher time frames on the tick charts as well, but like obviously higher values, and I didn't like it. I like looking at the 5 minute or the 4 hour for the higher time frames. Or yeah. Well, when that's what we opened up with. Man, Alito, I wish you were here because we opened up with me saying, look at Delta, it's super heavy. We're minus 15,000, so shorting is probably a good thing today. And you get in here and you're like, I'm in a long. I don't like this. Oh yeah, you got a payout from that already, so you're fine. You got a payout, and you were sitting with a very low drawdown. Odds were all against you. That's not, knowing you. That's not a best case scenario for you to start off with that low of drawdown. Yeah, I mean, take that. Maybe you can start working with smaller size because look what you did. But that's not the Alito I know. He likes to use his drawdown on his trades. Look at all this buying, and price is not wanting to go higher. Not yet. But this could be like yesterday where we saw a lot of selling and price wasn't moving, and then finally the selling caught up to it and we did go lower. So maybe this will catch up to it and we do pop higher. Do we take that? We got a long. Hey, have a good one, Jared. Wait, we don't have news at 10. There's nothing listed for 10. Look at that. All this buying couldn't get anywhere, and a little bit of selling comes through and it just tanks. I like longs and shorts here. How do we profit off of that? We have 2 accounts. Damn. It's tough to long when we're at minus 20,000 on Delta. And price is moving so much easier when selling comes through. This look at the move it took to go up 48 points, and it only took half of that on Delta to eat all that up plus more. No, I'm not about to short it and forget it. Uh-oh, just had a ton of latency. I'm telling you, shorts are in control today. Holy. That candle down here just appeared. I need to just short it, put a stop like way up here with like just a partial entry. Don't get into my full 3 entries. Just short it and just leave it all day. I'm looking at ES. Look at all these. Maybe ES goes all the way down to these. It's another 60 points on ES. It's not ready for a long. Oh my god, I want to short so bad. Glad I didn't. Yeah, if ES goes and breaks that low, I mean, it's just Nasdaq is going to be set free to, I guess, go after this wick down here, right? 20,078. And nothing wrong with just sitting and watching. Helps practice discipline. It's the same. Oh, wait. No, it's not. You guys might be like a day or two off, maybe. Or maybe he canceled and started again at some point. Yeah, you're at McLovin, you're at 12 months, and Alito's at 11 months. So you should be getting the max soon. Wait, did I have it at 12? No, you get a new you get a new loyalty badge. The little blue looking one, the mythical looking one. I still owe Tyler I owe Tyler a hat that I have yet to get made. What's up, Knives? Oh, sweet. It should bounce now. I was hoping ES was going to take Nasdaq down with it. We're back down at 780 on ES. All right, we'll just get out of that. Delta's higher than this high right here, but we are not, it's not getting there on price just yet. Oh, okay, there it is. It's going good. I mean, that one we took a small loss for a third of my position, but we had a win earlier with the whole position, and we started partially exiting at more than what I typically exit at. So we should be up quite a bit more than what we're used to after one trade. I don't know how much it is, but we're just trading, trying to not look at price or P&L until after I'm done. Okay, we got this high. Delta is at it, nowhere near it on price yet. I need to get into one position here. One entry. Well, I don't know any of the details on it, Alito. That's kind of weird that. So you were saying that they have rules that they don't have listed anywhere that they can deny you for? It's kind of messed up. Got some selling coming in. C450. Like 45-ish, maybe the lows. Go. I'm just taking it. It's taking way too freaking long. Okay, that was I wanted 20 points out of it. 20 points would have been down here at like 45. It could go there, but my emotions weren't going to let me handle that pop back up to our entry. So I had to just exit out there, and I'm fine with that. It could go down there, and that would be a great opportunity to write that down in a journal somewhere, you know, but oh well. Yeah, we would have got our 20 points. But it's okay. I've learned it's more important for me to make decisions to preserve my emotions, because I would have been more mad if this came. I mean, it did come up, and I probably would have exited for break even, and I would have been more mad if then it went to my target. At least I got halfway to my target and took it. So I got to do what's best to preserve those emotions. I could probably keep trading, but the fact that I'm doing that makes me think I'm not really going to want to take any losses. He had 300 trades in one day. Yeah, true. So how many points is this now from the open? $211. Thing's just going to run lower all day, huh? We're going right for this 2078. We're only 50 points away. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely, we're done. I opened up my performance. How can we add this window capture? Oh, perfect. So that's pretty, pretty damn good. 970. That's from that first trade that I did not know that it was $830 on that first trade. That was insane. But we'll take it. I wouldn't have been able to do, I don't think I would have been able to take the next two trades had I looked and saw that we were up that much either. So and that trade was back here. Appreciate it, Knives. Yeah. We started a fresh account on Monday, and that's what I've been trading. I've only been taking trades on the stream with it, so it's not close to payout. I need to pass an eval. I just picked one up with Apex to trade on the stream. So that's what I've been doing on Quan Tower. And we'll look at, I don't even know what the total balance is yet, so we'll look at it tomorrow after we're done trading. And no, I'm not trading off stream. McLovin, yes, this is just with micros. I mean, not just with micros. I mean, we're trading, each time I enter, I'm entering with 4 contracts and up to 3 times. So that's up to 12 micros, which is a little over a mini. But this is a 150K account. And on the because I have been doing on the 25K accounts, I was doing one micro up to 3 entries with this the same exact system, which are the accounts that I got to almost pay out with Fast Track. And then, so I'm just scaling up from there. So a 50K, I would do 2 micros and up to 3 entries. So then at 150K, I'm doing 4 micros, and it's keeping, like, obviously we can make a crap ton of money, but the money's not really affecting me during my trading. And that just goes to having the multiple entries. You know, I took that loss because I entered with just 1 entry. So I'm only in a third of the position that started to go against me. So we'll just get out. And it's not even my full position. It's just a small loss. Doing stuff like that with the multiple entries and then de-risking if it starts to go against me. Not looking at the P&L in an open trade, not looking at the P&L during my trading session, and trading micros. That's all helping to not let that affect me. But this was the first trade, Knives, where in this move, first of all, I was expecting shorts all day. Delta was super heavy down here. When we got down here, we had this move up where we went up like 50 points, and we had a huge rip on Delta. And then every time a little bit of selling came through, it would like go back the whole move. So it just told me like shorts were still wanting, I mean, in my opinion, we were still wanting to go lower. they can't get price higher even when a ton of buying comes through. So we entered one position here and then one position down here, and then price came up when we entered one position here. So our average was around 70, 20, 270, I think. And then we got out, started scaling out, 2 exits here and then 1 exit down there. If it started to go against me, I would have started exiting one position at a time with a hard get out if it made new highs, while also watching down here to see like, oh, we're making new highs, got tons of buying coming in, we need to start de-risking and getting out. The next, so then we shorted, so I shorted just one entry right here. Obviously it didn't work out, started to go against me. Figured no point in letting this go too far. If it turns around, we can just get back in. It's not a big deal. So it took a small loss with one entry, just a third. But then once we saw that Delta came up to this high, this high and this high were equal. But then this high, the same one, and this high were not equal. We got back in. And then we added to our full position as it started going down. And then that's when I got out because I was like, I don't want this to come back to break even. And then that's when I need to know, that's when I need to make the decision. I'm obviously not willing to accept a loss because I got out early. I didn't even want this to come back to break even, let alone a loss. So we'll probably just stop for the day. Sure, you can make a point that I need to just get over it and place a hard stop and a hard exit, or a profit, take profit and get out and leave it and not let the emotions affect me. But the reality is this crap does affect me. So I need to trade in a way that preserves my emotions. And that's what I'm doing. And I think I've finally figured out a solution for that. We've tried lots of things over the last however long we've been doing the stream. I guess we're coming up on February, will be like 2 years. There was that time when I really thought I found the holy grail to figuring this out, where we were scaling contracts so that we were risking the same dollar amount every time, which does work. I think that is a really good idea, but I stopped trading like that. So if I went back to like setups that have different size stops every time you, just depending on how big the setup is, I think that's a good idea to change your size so it's the same dollar amount. You don't want to risk $100 today and then risk $500 tomorrow. Yeah, exactly, Knives. And that's why I decided to look at my balance and stop for the day, because I recognized, hey, I'm starting to do this stuff where I don't want to lose money, so I need to stop. It's a pretty goddamn successful day. And we missed a massive move in the beginning. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trading anymore. I don't have the discipline to sit and watch the charts for the rest of the day. So it's best for me to get off the charts, go play some video games or something. So I guess that's what we'll do. But you guys have a good rest of your day. If you, I think some of you guys have kids, maybe, I don't know. I don't think McLovin and Knives have kids, but have fun with Halloween festivities later. And we'll be back tomorrow to finish the week strong on a Friday. So if you guys keep trading, good luck. Stick to your plans. You do have kids, McLovin? Damn, I didn't know. But what the frick? I just assumed you were like, I just assume everyone's like my age or younger. Well, I guess you're probably not taking them out trick-or-treating tonight. All right, fellas. Yeah. GG's. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good one.